In continuation of our lesson series on number bases, today I want us to look at multiplication and division. On the left-hand side of the board, I have two questions on multiplication, while on the right-hand side, I have two questions on division. Now, the rule is this. When you multiply two numbers, if you discover that the product is not valid in that base, divide by the base number, write down the remainder, and take the quotient to the next line. That is what we do in multiplication. When you multiply and the product is not allowed in that base, divide by the base number, write down the remainder, and take the quotient to the next line. So 5 times 1 will give us 5. 5 is allowed. Write it down. 5 times 2 will give us 10. 10 is not allowed in base 6. So you divide. 10 divided by 6 will give you 1 remainder, 4. You write the remainder, carry the quotient to the next line. 5 times 3 will give you 15. 15 plus 1, 16. 16 is not allowed. You divide again. 16 divided by 6. That will give you 2 remainder, 4. You write the remainder 4. Then the quotient, there is nothing left. You bring it down. Then 2 will multiply. 2 times 1 will give you 2. 2 is allowed. 2 times 2 will give us 4. 4 is allowed. 2 times 3 will give us 6. 6 is not allowed in base 6. You divide again. 6 divided by 6, that will give us 1 remainder, 0. You write down the remainder, carry the quotient to the next line, but because there is nothing left, you bring it down. Then you now add. At this point, remember what we did in addition and subtraction. If you have not watched the video on addition and subtraction, please, you need to go and watch that video so that you know what to do when it comes to addition. To add the two numbers, you bring down 5. 4 plus 2 will give you 6. 6 is not allowed. You divide. We have handled that before. You write 0, remainder 1. Sorry, 0. You carry 1 to the next line, which is the quotient. Now, 1 plus 4 will give you 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 is not allowed. You can write it down. You go and divide. You have 1 remainder, 3. You write the remainder down. Carry the quotient to the next line. 1 plus 2 will give you 3. 3 plus 0 will still give you 3. You bring down 1. So our final answer is 13305 base 6. To the second question, we have 112 base 8 times 7 base 8. 7 times 2 will give you 14. 14 is not allowed in base 8. You divide it. That will give you 1 remainder, 6. You write the remainder down, carry the quotient to the next line. Now, 7 times 1 will give you 7 plus 1, 8. 8 is not allowed in base 8. You divide again. 8 divide 8 will give you 1 remainder, 0. You write 0, take the quotient to the next line. 7 times 1 will give you 7 plus 1, 8. Still, 8 is not allowed. You can write it down. We have handled that before. That will give you 0. There's nothing left to bring down 1. So our final answer is 1006 base 8. Now, for the division aspect. In division, what we do here is this. You convert the two numbers, that are involved in division, convert them to base 10, do your division in base 10, and return the answer back to the base, which is 2. In this question, the two numbers are in base 2. That means the answer will also be in base 2. Change this one to base 10, change this one to base 10, do your division in base 10, and return the quotient to base 2. Now let's convert this to base 10. If this is the first video you are watching under this topic, number basis, there is a video on conversion of numbers from other bases to base 10. You may need to go and watch that video to know how to convert numbers that are in other bases to base 10. Now, we have two methods you can use to do your conversion, but I will take just one. I will use one now. And the one I'm using on the board is the one we'll call expanding to a given base. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, using your knowledge of indices, 2 raised to the power of 5 is 32. That is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times, that's 32. 32 times 1 is 32, plus 2 raised to the power of 4 is 16. But 16 times 0 will give you 0. 2 raised to the power of 3 will give you 8, but 8 times 0 is 0. 2 raised to the power of 2 is 4. 4 times 1, 4. 2 raised to the power of 1 is 2. 2 times 0, 0, 0. Then finally, add all of them. This will give you 36 base 10. We have successfully converted this number to base 10. Now, handle the second one the same way. 1, 1 base 2. 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2, 0, 1. This will give you 2. This will give you 1. If you add it, it will give you 3 base 10. Now, do your division in base 10. That is 36 divided by 3, and that will give you 12. Remember, this 12 is still in base 10, not in base 2. The division was done in base 10, so the result will be in base 10. Now, finally, change this back to base 2. Changing to base from other bases to base 10, from base 10 to other bases, is just one method. That will give you 6 remainder 0, 3 remainder 0, 1 remainder 1, 0 remainder 1. So the final answer of this calculation is, remember, you read upwards, 1100 base 2. So that is the result of this division. Now, to the next one. Change them to base 10. 3 times 5, 4 times 5, 1 times 5, 0, 1, 2. 5 raised to the power of 2 is 25. 25 times 3 is 75. 5 raised to the power of 1 is 5. Times 4 is 20. 5 raised to the power of 0 is 1. Times 1 is 1. If you add this, that will give you 96. Base 10, don't forget. Now, convert the second one. 2 base 5 will give us 2 times 5 plus 2 times 5, 0, 1. And that will give us 10 plus 2. And that is equals to 12 base 10. Now, you do your division in base 10, 96 divided by 12. That will give you 8 base 10. Don't forget, it's still in base 10. Now, you convert this 8 back to base 5 for your final answer. Using the method to convert from base 10 to other bases, this is what we'll have. Divided by 5, we have 1 remainder 3, 5 again, 0 remainder 1. You read upwards. So final answer is 1, 3 base 5. So the result of this division is 1, 3 base 5. In summary, for multiplication, when you multiply two numbers and their product is a valid number, you write it down. If it's not a valid number, you divide by the base number, write down the remainder, and take the quotient to the next line. That's what we do in multiplication. Then for division, change or convert the two numbers to base 10. Do your division in base 10 and then convert that quotient back to the base you are working on. In the first one, it was 2, and in the second one, we had 5. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.